I have a message for Allison.
Yes.
I have a question. When will you start filming back up in Vancouver? What day do you know a date yet? Or is it July or?
July.
Okay, do you have a day or?
At 6:42 a.m.
Okay.
Next.
Yeah, Allison. My best friend is like obsessed about you. He's even on your fan club.
Where are you?
Right here.
Okay, cool.
My best friend is like in love with you.
Aww.
Is there any way I could get your picture taken with him?
Yeah, probably not right now,
okay.
But yes, I'll be around for the day. So
all
yes.
right, good, because
yes.
he needs it.
Yes, that's okay. He needs it. Just like someone needs food and air.
Okay, Tina, we got some right down here. Come on up. Got a question here. We're trying to cover all the bases that we can, okay, folks? Okay, what you got?
This is for Allison. I was wondering, how do you feel about Doomsday coming to Smallville?
And then Doomsday coming to the show. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to this season. I think we're going to have the opportunity to add some really awesome new characters that we've never seen before. We're going to explore a lot of things that are a little darker than we've ever seen before on the show and kind of get away from the kryptonite stuff. So it should be, I think it'll be really exciting.
Okay, we got one up here.
Yes, this is for Allison. Is it true that Michael and Miles and Al leaving Smallville?
Yep.
Quick answer. All right, next. Tina, where you at?
This question's for Allison. I was just wondering what your favorite episode was and why.
What's my favorite episode and why? Oh my goodness.
Any background stories, anything we'd be interested in hearing about?
Wow. I actually really liked the episode called Freak that was actually directed by Michael Rosenbaum. And I liked it for a number of different reasons. It was the episode where my character really finds out that she is, you know, has these superpowers, which I think was really cool and exciting for me just as an actress to play. And then it was also really awesome working with Michael as a director. He was incredibly passionate and emphatic and enthusiastic, and it really got everybody going, and so that was a real joy.
My question is for Allison. Will we be seeing the caves again anytime on Smallville?
I don't know. I'm not sure. To be honest, they're really uncomfortable to film in. So we try and stay away from them because they're very, very small. So it's hard when we have an entire crew in there trying to work. So a lot of times the sets that you see us working in a lot, like the Daily Planet and the Luther Mansion and places like that, we film in because they're much more comfortable than a lot of the other sets. So I'm not sure. We may be back, but we may not.
Okay, Tina, I got one up here.
Allison, first, this is for Allison. Allison, first I'd like to appreciate the actors and all of y'all for making me and everybody in here stop everything. Like time stops when that show comes on and I don't answer the phone, I don't do anything. I'm watching Smallville and I just wanted to thank you for appreciating that. My question is, will Chloe's powers, will we see more of your powers in season 8?
You'll definitely see my powers develop in season 8, absolutely. There's so many questions that have been unanswered as far as what the powers are, how they work, and how I can control them. So I think you'll start to see me really harness them and understand what exactly I can do, which I think will be really cool. And thank you so much for that compliment. That really is wonderful. I appreciate it.
Did you decide to try out for the part of Chloe?
Because I was an out-of-work actress. Job. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. When I first auditioned for Smallville, for Chloe, a friend of mine was the casting director, and she said, it's the best show, it's going to be the best show, I'm doing the best show, you have to come audition for it. But they had already hired Kristen Krug for Lana.
Hi, Allison. I have a question for a friend of mine here. She's a fan of Chloe and Lex, and she was wondering if you were disappointed that you didn't kiss Michael Rosenbaum.
No.
All right, Allison, I got a question for you. Seeing as how next season of Smallville may be the last, and there's no longer Miles and Alan, and their original rule of no tights, no flight, will we get a chance to possibly see Tom don the costume and
that was more Tom's rule than it was Alan Miles' rule.
Really?
Yeah, Tom's the one that says no flights, no tights.
So no possibility?
I'm afraid not. You'll see tights on Justin Hartley.
Okay, Tina.
My question's for Allison.
Yeah.
I was wondering when a good time to come to the set was and visit.
You know what? We work really hard. So coming to set to visit, you probably won't see much because we sort of put our heads down and really go for it. The show that we do is we have 10 days to shoot the show, and we basically do what a feature film does in 3 months in 10 days. So we work 6 days a week, 13 hours a day. We don't have a whole heck of a lot of time to meet with people. So coming to things like this and signings and stuff like that, if you want to meet the actors or things like that, that's probably the best way. Yeah.
Okay, Tina,
Yeah,
we got
sure.
one right up here.
It's actually a question from the panel, but maybe you can answer. I was kind of hoping to get your thoughts on the writer's strike and wishing in your downtime, and or maybe an upcoming section.
His question, for those that did not hear, he wanted the panel's opinion on the writer's strike and what they did during their downtime.
I think it's really interesting because I think it speaks to the fact that the industry is changing so drastically, so quickly. And so I think it's just a real interesting testament to sort of where media is going and what it is that we're doing and the focus and how it's shifting and the power of the internet and things like that. So as far as which side I'm on, I'd rather not say, but I think that it's a really interesting thing. And what I did on my downtime was I took some time off. And I just went and spent some time with friends and family and kind of did that. Yeah.
Tina?
My question is for Allison. What is the one thing you hope Chloe can do this 8th year?
Where are you? Wait, there you go. What's the one thing that I hope that Chloe can do this year? Harness her powers. I want her to understand what she's doing and how she can do it.
Okay, Tina, we got one up here. If you can make your way over to the other side there, we'll give that group a chance. You with the Superman shirt. Come on up. He was paying attention. He knew.
I was it down.
My question is for Allison. I was wondering, when playing Chloe, did you have any previous experience in journalism of any kind back in school or anything before playing the role?
No, I didn't at all. But I've played characters. I think that Chloe's an incredibly intelligent character, and I think a lot of times she's a lot smarter than I am. And I've played characters that are much smarter than I am a lot of the time, and I just become good friends with my dictionary.
Okay, well, we got about 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Gentleman in the brown here.
This question is for Allison. So, personality-wise, what are the differences between you and Chloe?
I'm not as ambitious. Well, I don't know. Chloe's quite a bit more tenacious than I am. I have a tendency to be a lot more easygoing and kind of relaxed about things, whereas Chloe doesn't let anything go. And she's a little bit more hard-nosed than I am, I think, in a lot of ways. I'm just a little bit more relaxed. I think that's the biggest difference.
Good question.
I also don't think I have as much guts as she does. There are certain scenes that I'm shooting and I'm like, dude, this girl's brave.
Okay, go ahead.
Mine's for Allison, and I was wondering, well, I've heard you sing before on YouTube, and I was wondering what your favorite band was.
What my favorite band is? I like a lot of different musicians, but I think that right now, the music that's playing in my CD player, I like Beck. I don't know if you guys know Beck, but he's one of my most favorites. So I'd say Beck, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey Allison, I've got a question for you. So what is like the weirdest scene they ever made you shoot on Smallville that you're like, what?
The weirdest thing they ever made me shoot on Smallville, and I was like, what? Oh my god, there have been so many. I think that when Clark burns the hole in my chest and pulls out the little tracker thing, and then that was pretty strange shooting that, because it was essentially just like staring at Tom and screaming as though he was burrowing something, lasers into my chest. That was a little strange. That was a little weird. Also, like being strapped down to tables with lasers kind of poking all over you, wearing like little tube tops and stuff. That's a bit strange as well. There's lots.
Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question. We want to thank you one more time, ladies and gentlemen, Allison, Ned, and Noel. Fantastic.